Well, I mean, damage now is becoming very clear since yesterday how much of it has been done by the floods, Mawande, and we are still reporting that more than 60 people are said to have died. There are still some people who are missing, though.
Good morning, Praten. Yes, there are some people who are still missing in the various parts and areas of KZN and eThekwini. But here in Amanzimtoti, the situation hasn't really changed much in terms of the scene that we witnessed yesterday. However, some of the residents had been evacuated. Even though parts of some of the houses had collapsed, the other areas were not safe for people to dwell in them. And I remember one of the neighbors, Mr. De Silva, yesterday ended up moving the rest of his stuff that was still left in one part of his home, and he took his belongings. I think it was about 3 loads, and then he made his way. And his neighbors had been evacuated, and they had spoken to me about the fact that they were uncertain as to whether or not it would be safe. Now, efforts yesterday to just clear some of the rubble that was blocking the drain water from moving had been removed. A tractor from the municipality had arrived, and they had sent down cameras to just see where exactly the blockage was, and they did manage to locate the blockage and started dealing with it. So what we can expect from this moment in time and moving forward into the day is that they will return to continue the efforts of mopping up. Now, I overheard them speaking about the fact that they need to bring about a crane along with some cables that will be able to remove the vehicles that are inside the hole. The hole had about 3 cars that I counted, that I could see clearly, about 3 vehicles in there, along with furniture and a lot of the belongings that were in the home, some items which the owners of the homes spoke to me and said are priceless. They'll no longer be able to use those items as they've been destroyed when the sinkhole sucked everything in. But in terms of mop-up efforts, that's what we can expect today moving onwards.
Well, Mawande, yesterday President Cyril Ramaphosa and other senior government officials visited Amanzimtoti and other parts of the flood-ravaged KwaZulu-Natal in and around Durban, and he made some promises of assistance. I don't know, what is the sentiment you've gauged on the ground? People hopeful that he will deliver on the promise?
Definitely so. Before his arrival, people weren't really, the outlook was quite bleak. They weren't really hoping or expecting much, because they had said that no officials had come to them. And I'm sure that they did not bargain for the president himself to descend on Durban and come and address them one by one. So once he had arrived and he had spoken to them, because they took him on a couple of tours showing them the damage and the extent of damage to their households, it then became clear to them that they were now hopeful, because the president did say that money will be made available, because as governments, they do make leeway for unforeseen circumstances and disasters such as these. As to how much it will be, it is yet to be known, but the president did speak about national government, provincial and local working together to ensure that those funds are made available, and then they are used to help those who've been affected. So the homeowners on this road, Rockview in Amanzimtoti, are definitely hopeful at the fact that that money will also filter down to them to assist them in rebuilding their homes, if that is possible, because Dr. Zweli Mkhize, Cocta Minister, also spoke about the fact that municipalities need to ensure that bylaws are adhered to. Now, once they've assessed this area, they will determine whether or not it is still safe for houses to be rebuilt on Rockview Road. So once that has been done, it'll be clearer as to what those funds will be used for in terms of rebuilding or closing off the sites completely.
Yes, it's going to be a very slow process to rebuild and repair the damaged areas. Thank you very much, Mawande. We'll leave you here for this hour. We'll touch base with Mawande Keswa later on the ground there in Amanzimtoti.